Hello everyone, this is Sachin Sawant, your UK immigration lawyer. Today I'm going to talk about the maintenance funds or financial requirement for UK skilled worker visa. So, what is the amount required, etc. etc. Let's go into the details here. So, to begin with, the skilled worker visa is a sponsored work permit by the employer in the UK, and for that, the employer has to issue a certificate of sponsorship. The maintenance funds, which was the previous name, now it is called as financial requirement, is the amount of savings that the applicant needs to have in his bank account to show that at least for the first month. So, if let's say the applicant is outside the UK, he or she is applying for the skilled worker visa. So, when they come to the UK, they should be at least be able to accommodate and take care of their living expenses for the first month. That is the reason these savings need to be shown. So one of the easiest option that usually we do manage sponsor licenses for employers as well, that we always suggest is the employer can confirm on the certificate of sponsorship that they will certify the maintenance. So they just have to put a check mark. So this when they issue the certificate of sponsorship in the sponsor management system, they just select it as yes, that they will certify maintenance. That is which means that they will take care of the applicant in the first month. The employer doesn't have to give any funds, any monies to the applicant. It's just a confirmation that if required, they will cover the expenses. That is how it is. Nothing else. So that is the simplest way. If your employer agrees, or if you're the employer, you can certify maintenance for your for the applicants who will be applying for skilled worker visa. If not, if the maintenance is not certified on the certificate of sponsorship, then the applicant has to show, just for if it is his, if you are only filing for the main applicant, the amount is 1270 GBP. So this is in GBP, and you can show it if you are filing the application outside the UK, then it can be shown in your local currency, and I'll explain about the bank statements and the dates and all. So whatever your local currency is, the exchange rate is as per the website oanda.co.uk. So this is the website you need to go. There is a currency converter, oanda.co.uk, oanda.co.uk. So that is the website you go on. You put in your local currency and see the exchange rate, and the exchange rate considered is on the date of application. So that is the date when you will file the skilled worker application from outside UK. So that's how the currency conversion is applied. I'll take an easier exemption which is allowed. So if you are already in the UK, so this is for people who are already in the UK and they already have a visa, so they call it permission to stay, in simple words, visa, for living in the UK with a visa which was granted for at least 12 months or higher. So 12 months or higher, if your current visa was granted, then you will be exempt from meeting the financial requirement. You can directly file without meeting this requirement. So this is for people. So anyone who doesn't fall under this category, let's say you are in the UK but your current visa is granted for less than 12 months, so then you will have to meet the maintenance. Or someone who is applying from outside UK, they will have to meet the maintenance if it is not certified on the certificate of sponsorship. So for the main applicant, the amount is 1270 GBP, and that should be held for at least 28 days in the bank account. And whose bank account, I'll get to that. First, let me tell the amounts first. So dependents, if there are any family members that are applying along with the main applicant, spouse, partner, then the partner's maintenance required is 285 pounds. So this is the first number. You have to add it up if all are together applying. If only the main applicant is applying, then this is the number 1270. If a partner is applying along with him, then 1270 plus 285. If they also have a child who is also applying, you need to add 315 for the first child. And if there are further children, so second or more, so if it's 200 per additional child. So for the first child it is this 315, and for the second child onwards 200. So you have to total up. So it's, if it's only husband and wife or partners applying, 1270 plus 285. If they have a child, then all three of them, 1 2 and 3, 315. If they have two children, then all four of them, 1270, 285, 315 and 200. And more children, you add on 200 further. So take the total of that, so all of these. And where can the funds be held? The funds can be held either the main applicant's bank account. So if for himself, it can be in the main applicant's bank account, and also for the partner, if they are applying together, it can be in the main applicant's, or it can also be in the partner's bank account, dependent partner, or joint application. So if you also have a joint bank account for the main applicant, it should be held by the main applicant. If both of them are applying, then it can also be held in a joint account with both of them, both the partners, main and the dependent, or in the dependent's account, provided the dependent is also applying together. And so that is one side of it. And for children, that is the B that I have noted here. It can be in the main applicant's account, or if the dependent is also applying at the same time, only then, or the dependent is already in the UK, so then you can use the dependent's account, or it can be jointly. So that's how it's strictly slightly complicated, but yeah. So either the person is also applying, so the logic is, if the person is already in the UK, then you can use the person's bank account. Say the main applicant is already here and the dependents are applying, then you can use. Or if the person is coming to the UK, then also you can use. So he's a part of this application, then you can use that person's bank statement for the children. And about the date, the amount of time the funds to be held. The rules say 28 days the fund should be held. I'll take an example here. Suppose you are submitting the application on 31st May 2023. That is called as the date of application, when you make the payment of the visa application fees, not the immigration health surcharge. When you submit the application, first you will pay the immigration health surcharge, and then it will say pay the visa application fees. So on the date when you pay the visa application fees, that is the date of your skilled worker visa application. That's the date of application for the forex conversion also. In my example, I'm taking on 31st May 2023, you are submitting the application, paying the visa fees. So you can get a statement backwards from 1st of May, any date between 1st May to 31st May. That is within 31 calendar days from the date of application, not before that. Within is the term. So the statement can be generated from 1st May to 31st May. Let's say in my example, I generate the statement on 5th of May and I use it for submission on 31st May. That's perfectly fine. On the date when the statement is generated, the closing balance will be shown as on that day. Usually that is how all the bank statements work. So the date of the closing balance, that is 5th of May, you have to count backwards 28 days. So counting 5th as the 28th day. So you can start, your money should be in the account at least from 8th April to 5th of May. That is a total of 28 days. Day 1, day 28. Day 1 is 8th, day 28th is 5th. So it should be held at least for that much period. It should also be held when you file the application, and it should also be held till a decision is made on the application. So remember that. And so that's it. So just to summarize, skilled worker visa maintenance not required if it is certified on the certificate of sponsorship, not required if you are already in the UK with at least 12 months of visa, and on all other cases it is required. 1270 for the main applicant, 285 for the partner, husband, wife, spouse, unmarried partner, civil partner. Children, first child 315, and second and additional children 200 per child. You total up, this total amount should be held for 28 days. Funds can be held in the main applicant's account or the dependent's account or jointly. Important is if you're using dependent's account, the dependent should be joining. They should be a part of the application, applying together. Or if the main applicant is already in the UK, then only the dependent is applying. So the either dependent is applying or he or she is already in the UK. You cannot use a dependent's bank statement. For example, it's a husband-wife situation. The husband is the main applicant. He applies for the visa, and there is one child. So if he or she is applying for the child's visa, and the mother is not joining at that point. She may be joining later on. If the mother is not applying together, you cannot use the mother's bank statements. That is very, very important. That's to put it in other words. So if the mother is not joining, husband is the main applicant, and the child is also applying as a dependent, only the husband's bank statements can be used. So because the mother is not joining, the statements cannot be used for her. So, and 28-day period, in my example, submission on 31st May. The 31 calendar days begin from 1st of May to 31st May. Statement can be generated any date within the 31 calendar days from the date of application backwards. And in my example, I have generated a statement on 5th of May. That is the closing date, closing balance of the statement. The funds should be in the account at least for 28 days. In my example, it would be 8th of April to 5th of May. That is the date I am generating the statement. So 28 days money should be held, and throughout the processing period, the money should be held, the processing of the application. And that's all about skilled worker visa financial requirement, previously called as maintenance funds or maintenance requirement. If you need any specific advice about your own specific case, please book a consultation with us. Links will be down below. If you like this video, do give a thumbs up. Click on the bell icon for notifications. We do keep making regular videos on different subjects. And subscribe to our channel. Follow us on various social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., etc. And thank you very much.